Oh, the mic? Want to put the mic in?
No.
No?
That'd be fine.
We're talking.
Talking.
We love each other.
Nervous.
Nervous. Excited. We're live?
You are now live.
Yay! Last time I went live, I think I was in Key West, driving across that 7-mile bridge.
Hello.
Hi guys. For the purposes of the replay, my name is Daphne, aka Flutist With A, and this is my partner.
Hi.
He's Matt, aka Saucepan 5000. And we have been living in a van together for 2 years. I've been living in a van for 3 years, spent 1 year solo. And we're here today to make a special announcement, which is that I'm just going to say it off the start, is that we are buying land in Baja California Sur, and we are going to be moving to Mexico for 6 months out of the year. And we're really excited. Right after we finish filming this live, we're going to drive into town and sign contracts for it, which is why we wanted to make the video now, because we wanted to get like all this excitement.
A little bit of a before shot.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just going to really quickly tell the story of how we got here, and yeah. So yeah, we're both from New York. We grew up in the same town together, about an hour north of New York City, and we were both working. I was a freelance musician, renting my own place.
I had a house in Portchester, New York, with my brother for about 5 years. I was working in construction and needed to change.
Yeah, so a year into our dating, I was like, I'm going to buy a van, and then we built it out together for a year. I'm going to give you the quick story. Built it out for a year, and then COVID hit. All my work just became teaching students how to play flute and piano online, and I took them with me on the road, said bye to Matt, and started traveling full time, and he started visiting me for the year, that COVID time when flights were real cheap. And yeah, I fell in love with the road, you fell in love with the road. We planned to live in it together until I was in a car accident in July 2021 in Washington, in Sequim, Washington.
Which was conveniently the same day, within the same hour of when I sold my house.
Yeah, accepted an offer.
But put the pedal to the metal for us, you know, to get ready for the next chapter of our life. Yeah,
and I'm still involved in legal matters for that accident, which was not my fault, but the most important thing is that me and Izzy, who you hear grunting in the background, walked away.
He wants to be a part of it.
Walked away healthy and happy, but the van was totaled. So, my mom came out and helped me. We shipped all our belongings back to New York, and us and Izzy flew back home. We shipped Izzy back to New York. You shipped Izzy back to New York. And yeah, fall and winter of 2021, wild to say, because here we are now in May of 2023.
That was 2021.
Yeah. We, Matt sold his house. We bought this van, built out this van, totally from scratch, total DIYers. Izzy and I healed. Matt quit his job.
Quit my job, sold my house, started a business, built a van.
Yeah, did all of it.
In the middle of the winter in New York.
Celebrated the holidays with our family and friends, and then hit the road in January of 2022, and we were hungry for it. So we went fast, and we went down to Florida to ride out the rest of the winter in the warmth and kind of finish out little projects on the road. And then we actually booked it home, and then all the way back out to New Mexico, LA, Las Vegas, San Diego, and then we went to Colorado, and then we went to Montana, and booked it from Montana to Alaska, and we spent summer 2022 in Alaska. Thank you to all of you guys who already know all this, because you've been with me from the very beginning, or if you jumped in Alaska, wherever you jumped in, I'm so grateful that you guys have been with me. You've been such an important part of this journey for me. And Matt's learned to love you guys as well. Somebody who came from no social media. When I told him I wanted to do a van, he didn't know what hashtag vanlife was.
I still barely know.
Yeah. Someone asked us recently, do you guys know about this van life thing? This
that
RV
was pretty
couple?
funny. I was like, you're doing it too, dude.
And yeah, we finished up 2022 exhausted, really. We made it back to New York in November. We spent all of November and December just like recouping financially, working, being with friends and family, being still. And we realized that we really needed to prioritize moving slower, more stillness, more time for ourselves and our well-being, and also start making community. I started van life in COVID, and then we were just moving really fast in 2022. We had each other. We realized we weren't digging into this beautiful community on the road that we have. So we knew our priority for 2023 was to move slow and make more friends. And so we came to Baja.
as they do.
As they do. So we booked it across the country in like a week, just because we knew we wanted to get there and then slow down. And we were able to meet up with some friends in Joshua Tree, my dearest van friend Yulia, who invited us into her community that we got to travel down to Mexico with, which was a beautiful way to both move slower and make friends. We went to Escapar La Baja Festival in La Paz, Mexico, Baja California Sur, and that, I would say, our time spent there like really kind of changed our trajectory. We doubled down on our commitment to slowing down, to our wellness, to each other. And
made a lot of changes for the best for ourselves as well as our relationship.
Yeah, which we're super open about and happy to share about that in a later video. But this one's about why we're moving to Mexico. So we, just explored, and we really fell in love with Todos Santos, which is about an hour north of Cabo. It hit all of our boxes, which we had set out for ourselves. We had 4 check marks for where we wanted to buy a home base. We always knew as we traveled, Matt told his house that we didn't want a home base again in New York. So we wanted to pick a place that wasn't too far from an airport for friends and family to move, someplace near water, someplace where Matt could have his woodworking shop, and
airport. Did you say airport?
I said airport. Airport, woodworking shop, water. Oh, and somewhere near like cultural. Yeah, for me, the arts and stuff like that. So Todos Santos checked all of those boxes. We're right here behind us is the Pacific Ocean. We're in Todos right now at a beach. And the Cabo is like affordable to fly from New York. And
not too long of a flight either. I think it's like 5.5 hours or 6 hours.
Yeah, I did it in April. It's really not bad at all. Lots of direct flights available. And Todos Santos is an artistic community. It is a agricultural community, and we totally fell in love. So it's very community oriented. We've gotten to be in some WhatsApp chats that allowed me to get work down here as a private chef, and also get work down here as a flutist for weddings. Matt has found out that there's a lot of need for woodworking down here.
So there's a potential avenue for income.
Yep. And we've made a lot of really, really beautiful friendships down here, and joined a chorus, joined like all these kinds of groups that are just like reminded us that we really want to plant some roots here. Part
of our journey last year, traveling all around the country, was to kind of figure out where exactly we wanted to land and where we wanted to, set up a home base. And not to say that we're done with van life or anything, or giving it up. We just wanted to know what our spot would be. And we really didn't feel that anywhere. A couple spots in the U.S. hit, but we didn't really feel that anywhere until we got down here to Baja. Just the people are friendlier, more welcoming, a bigger sense of community. You can connect with people on a deeper level. Yeah,
it's beautiful to be here because you have the ocean. You also have the mountains. You also kind of have desert, but it's also a rich soil to grow.
There's areas with fresh springs and rivers.
Yeah. If you go inland just a couple hours, you've got the mountains and the lush gorgeousness there. And everything's
about 2 hours away from each other, at least down in this portion of the peninsula.
You can look on Google Maps. You have Todos Santos, Cabo, the Cabos, and La Paz, and they're just like this little circle that's super easy to access, and the East Cape. So yeah, we just like looked at each other and felt really good about it. And then, we've both been working a lot. Matt has his business doing architectural drawings. And we had a week where I was doing a lot of private chef work, and he had a lot of work to do. So we rented an Airbnb, and that neighborhood
just to be able to split up our time, and so she could take the van to run errands while I could be somewhere and set up shop with a table and my computer and work.
And so it just happened to be, because that's the way the universe provides. Baja provides. We've learned down here. We fell in love with that neighborhood and found out it was what's called a Hito land. And again, I can talk more in detail about this, but it's in my limited capacity so far, I'm excited to learn more. But the Ejido is an agricultural like community organization.
Not agricultural.
Well, they were like agrarian community that this land was given to the people who had worked the land after the revolution for their benefit, and there's lots of laws around it. Their office is right here in town, and yeah, we found a woman who wants to sell some of her lots so that she can, she's a widow, both of our moms are widows. That touched our heart, and she her husband left her this land and she wants to sell it to expand her business. So feel really good with that. We hired a lawyer who we really like and trust, so we're going to sign the contract on that deal today. However, we can't build on that for a couple years until it gets titled, so it's kind of an investment for our future. So we decided, though, that it's
a really nice piece of property. It's got awesome ocean views, mountain views behind it. You're looking down over this arroyo. It's up on a ridge, so it's high up, away from any water. It's a really nice spot. Yeah, 10 minutes from town.
It's just like a desert. Right now, it's just an empty desert plot.
Nice road getting to it. You know, we could take the van right up there, no problem.
Yeah. We'd have to build a home on it later. But we can't do that for 2 years until it's titled, so, or a couple years.
We don't really know.
Undetermined amount of time. So we decided to look into buying something that we could move into when we return to Baja in December of this year, 2023. So we had seen the Eamon and Beck video of them searching for real estate down here, and contacted that real estate agent, Tobias, who's a lovely person, very helpful. And we spent a day driving around, and we picked our 2 favorite options. We should hear back. One of our offers was accepted. The other one, which is more our number one,
we should be hearing back today.
Yeah. So we also found a lawyer to start essentially a Mexican LLC here to report my income with my work down here, and also potentially Matt's, and also buy property with. So that's in the works. My LLC is hopefully going to be called Espacios Seguros, which means safe spaces. And yeah, and then that space, so it is currently May. We're going to leave right after signing these contracts, basically. We're going to get some work done on the van and then head north. We'll be back in December, and our plan is to get a shipping container, get that insulated, and then build it into a little casita, essentially, which is like a little house. And we'll live off of that. It's everything here. Your living space is indoor, outdoor here. So just having a place where we can sleep and cook and use the bathroom, or even just sleep and use the bathroom, and then outdoor kitchen, and yeah, and that'll be a really easy, affordable way. Also quick, and it's a project, but it's a project we would love, and it would enable us to have a safe place to return. We of course also have the van on the property, have a place to work out of, and hopefully eventually bring all of Matt's tools down from the storage unit in New York. And then we can also move that with us if we want to move that to a Ejido property down the road to live out of.
That's the beauty of the shipping containers. We could just pick it up, plop it on the back of a truck, and send it to where we want to. Yeah.
So that's the plan. In the meantime, until December, we're going to be traveling. I'm going to Bali alone for a couple months in July. Tickets are booked. Matt's going to join me for a couple weeks for us to travel really for the first time internationally. I know we're in Mexico right now, but like fly somewhere.
Real international.
Yeah. And be international. We're going to be learning Spanish in earnest over the summer. And we've been learning just kind of through immersion, but now we're going to take some courses. We're going to be traveling on the West Coast. We're going to be flying home September, October to visit family, go to some weddings. We'll be busy, of course, and the plan is to be in Mexico for certainly next December to June, and probably the next one as well, and then we'll just see and travel the rest of the year, explore the rest of Mexico while we're in Baja, be able to fly there, maybe even drive there. You can ferry to the mainland. I don't know. We love this lifestyle because of the freedom that it gives you, and I think this year we've learned how to use that freedom.
Kind of pair that with some stability.
Yeah, and to
kind of finding the balance between those.
Yeah, and so that we can just like live out our dreams and be happy and healthy and safe. And we so super grateful to Mexico, to everybody here, to all of our friends and family that have helped us get here, given us recommendations of someone to call or to contact, everybody who's given us work down here. Feel grateful to each other for prioritizing ourselves and each other, and I just feel really excited and grateful. I have been struggling a little bit emotionally with this. It's been a lot of emotions, and we are also filming. Right next to this phone is a phone filming for a YouTube video. So I've been talking about wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long time, and I figured this was the day. So it is literally being filmed right now. I'm going to turn this live off and share a little bit more about the emotions behind what this has been for me personally, because it will be a Flutist With A Van channel. But yeah, basically we're gonna go sign some mother flipping contracts right now. Yeah, love you guys. How you feeling, baby?
Good.
All right, you guys.
Goodbye.
Love you.
How do I turn this thing off?
I don't know.
I really don't know how to turn this thing off. Okay.
We can end it on Izzy.
You don't know either.
Sure. All right. Right caption.
There you go, YouTube. Not everybody knows everything about social media. Let me see.
You want to type this while I share with YouTube?
What do I type?
Like a caption or whatever? Or just make sure that's good. Do you want to be in this YouTube video?
I mean, I'll sit here. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
You want to be by yourself?
No, I'm happy to have you here. Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, yeah, you do that. I'll just be there.
Okay.
Okay, hi YouTube. So if you've gotten this far, thank you for watching. I love you all. I just want to share a little bit about kind of why I haven't shared until now, both why I've been kind of keeping this whole everything going on Instagram a secret, about the land deal. Is this good? Okay. Okay, hello YouTubers. If you've made it this far in the video, thank you. I love you and I appreciate you. I wanted to share a little bit about what's been going on for me emotionally behind these scenes. If you don't already know, I daily vlog on my stories on Instagram. I have been doing so pretty regularly for the past 3 years. I've always wanted to share more. I love sharing. I'm a performer, right? I'm a flutist. I love to share. But I just haven't found the occasion to really dig into YouTube. I bought the equipment. I even like vlog sometimes and make the videos. I've just never found the occasion to share. So on my daily vlogs on Instagram, I haven't been sharing about the parts of my day that have been involved with buying this land and the lawyers and all that. And I wasn't really quite sure why. You know, you see lots of people who are like, big announcement coming and I want to share it until it's secured, but it wasn't really that. I'm totally happy to share. I wasn't afraid if it fell through to share about that. And also, why haven't I been sharing on YouTube even though I want to? This experience has allowed me to answer that question, or at least start answering it. And I think it's just that buying land in Mexico near the ocean with my partner, with the love of my life, is something that I didn't think would ever happen for me as a little freelance musician in New York. You know, I didn't think that was in the cards for me, and furthermore, I wasn't sure that I deserved it. So this has been a challenge for me to overcome that, and I think sharing that online just seemed like, you know, I was saying like, this is me, this is my life, these are the choices that I make, and it's coming from a place of like believing in myself and knowing that I deserve it, and that was really hard for me to say. So I've been able to work through some of those thoughts. I have a lot of practices that I can lean on now to emotionally regulate, to check in with myself, to share with my partner, to get support. And through all of those practices, I've been able to, you know, dig a little deeper into this and find that I truly do deserve happiness. I deserve to feel safe. I deserve to have a home. I deserve to build a life with someone that I love and who chooses me and who I choose. And this is like really just the beginning. I just turned 31 a couple weeks ago, and I really believe this is going to be the best year yet. And I can just say that for today. It doesn't matter what happened in the past or what's going to happen in the future. I just feel really proud of my decisions. Every decision that has led me to this moment, back to 2019 when I decided to take every dollar that I pretty much had and buy a van, buy a used cargo van, and leave New York, leave my career, leave my family, leave my friends, leave my support system, leave the place I had lived for 27 years, just because I knew I wanted something else. And I didn't know where I was headed. I certainly didn't know that, you know, in 4 years from then I would be sitting here talking about buying a home in Mexico with my partner. But I'm so proud of all the decisions I've made to be here, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So I'm really excited for this year, going to Bali, being home for a little bit, coming back to Mexico, building a shipping container home, being a private chef, being a wedding flutist down here. I'm really excited to share it all with you guys, and just see what the journey is like to start believing in myself. Where could that lead me? Who's to say? Thanks for watching. Love you guys. First order of business was finding the office, which we found.
What, a tripod?
I'm a vlog sticker. I'm walking around town with a vlog stick. Wait, here. We did it. Oh, I did that the wrong way the whole time. I had it up. I'm so used to Instagramming.
Was that thing sideways?
I had it like this.
Oh, yeah, that's fine now, isn't it? Oh, you're gonna put that on YouTube.
Yeah, this is for YouTube.
Oh, okay. Now we get tacos.
Yeah! With the legal impact. Okay, after signing the contracts, we had to make a quick stop at our...
Why aren't you using your selfie stick?
Because that phone died.
Is that why you bought it?
We had to go to our other lawyer's office right down the road for doing the LLC, and we're waiting for the name of it to be approved. You submit 3 names, and they let you know which one was approved. Like, they do it in the order that you prefer. And he was just like, yeah, it should be fine. The only reason it's not approved is if someone has it, or someone has something like similar, or if it's like a really weird name and they don't want to prove it. And I was like, okay, then we should be fine, because we didn't choose like I Love Big Butts LLC or anything. And this is why Matt can't take me anywhere. But anyway, we're just walking around town wheeling and dealing, seeing lawyers, signing contracts. It's too hot. This is our home, and we're just here to tell Chicky, master of the home, Chicky, we bought you land, just as you ordered us to do.
You bought him land so they could poop all over it.
Yeah, well, he already did that. We were with the topographer there, and he pooped on it, so that legally, I mean, that's when we legally bought the land, but now it's also signed for. Good boy, Chicky.